Welcome to another episode of What Did the Patients Say with Doctors Dana and Lauren Brindisi, sisters and owners of Carolina Functional Neurology Center. We are providing you answers to frequently asked questions and bringing you inside information from real conversations we have with patients on a daily basis. Our goal is to spread the truth on health and healing because we believe everyone deserves to know the answers.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to What Did the Patients Say? I'm Dr. Miret. I'm one of the doctors at Carolina Functional Neurology Center in our Raleigh location. And I'm here with my awesome patient, Maria, who has been so kind to share their experience with us and with me today. And so thank you for joining me, Maria. It's awesome to see you.
Thank you for having me.
To start off, can you share with us, a little bit of your journey, like what symptoms you were experiencing and what kind of led you to find us?
Okay. So my journey with POTS and dysautonomia started back in 2021. I got shingles after a surgery, and they said that most likely was what caused the dysautonomia. I initially started with orthostatic hypotension in 2022. I spent the whole year going to many specialists trying to figure out what was wrong with me. And it wasn't until November of 2022 that I was seen by a cardiologist who was actually able to tell me, you have orthostatic hypotension, this is what's happening. And I was put on medications for that. And I was feeling pretty good, but then COVID hit me in 2023 in December. And just about 3 months after that, I started to have symptoms of tachycardia, and I wasn't sure what was going on. And again, went to several doctors trying to figure out what was happening. And I went to a different cardiologist who said, almost immediately, you have classic POTS, and this is what's going on with you. And she explained that it's post-COVID POTS, and they did tilt table testing, and they did EKGs and all the other stuff, echoes, and they were able to confirm that, yes, it is just POTS that I was dealing with at that point as well. And the natural response with doctors like that is they want to just go, here's some beta blockers, here's this prescription, here's this. And I had spent many years prior, on different prescription medications that I worked really hard to get off of. And I had not been on any prescriptions at that point. And I did not want to get back on those kinds of medications. So I sought the natural way to try to help manage my condition. And in doing so, it led me to look for alternative methods. And I didn't stop seeking help. I was just always trying to find, a way to help this condition. And I came across your guys' clinic on Instagram, an ad on Instagram. And that led me to look further into your guys' Instagram and look at videos. And that was what started the journey with you guys at that point. But yeah, it took about 2 years of going through this before I had, some resolution with it.
Awesome. I'm glad you found us.
Mm-hmm.
And what was your experience like? A lot of our patients tell, when I'm doing a consult or even I'm going over someone's case with them and they're like, well, what does treatment look like? And it's very individualized. So I want to preface that, before you give your answer, it's like what you did during our time together is probably not what the next person will do.
Mm-hmm.
Or someone with the diagnosis of POTS or the diagnosis of orthostatic hypotension.
Mm-hmm.
But what was your experience like, and what are kind of some of the things you liked with treatment, or maybe not, some things that we did?
Well, when we were there, we targeted a lot was the orthostatic intolerance, the tachycardia, and the gastroparesis. One of the fun things that comes along with dysautonomia can be gastroparesis, and I'm one of those people, unfortunately, that was one of the things that I ended up getting, along with this, along with other stuff that comes with it. But we did target the gastroparesis a lot when we were there during the 5 days, using the Beamer. That was essential to helping my gastroparesis. And we did a lot of orthostatic training. That was a lot of no-nos exercising, the stimulator, the nerve stimulator, a lot of getting up and walking and going back and retraining, trying to retrain, with the tachycardia response, and a lot of red light therapy and the focus builder, which was really, really great because I was having issues with kind of balance and coordination and left-sided issues. And we targeted that with the focus builder activities as well. And yeah, I saw such a difference by the end of the week on all of those areas.
That's awesome. Yeah, to kind of speak to that, you were an intensive case. So that means you came in on Monday and we did 5 days of treatment. So what someone may do over the span of weeks, like for our local patients or someone, from like an hour away at most or so, we did over 5 days.
Yes.
And we talked about this, but for some cases, like someone can see a lot of improvement over 5 days. Some people may not see a ton of improvement, but that improvement kind of carries over past that intensive week. What was your experience like? Like, what did you, if you can put a percentage on it, that's always one we get, but what was kind of the improvement that you saw over 5 days and then maybe even like beyond that intensive?
Okay, so I would definitely say that I had seen after the 5 days, within that first 5 days, like I said, I started to see improvements by the end of that 5 days. And I would say I felt like there was a 75% improvement in my symptoms. By the time we left with the tachycardia, that was 100% improvement because I was not even having any tachycardia the day we left, which was amazing. So by the last day, I had seen so much improvement with that. Following that, I would say maybe the couple weeks or so after, I saw immense improvement in my gastroparesis. My tachycardia continued to remain like in remission, essentially, because I wasn't having any issues. I could get up in the morning and do my protocols and go about my day, go to work, and sustained normal heart rates throughout the day. I was very functional at that time. And it continued the months following. There weren't a lot of changes. I kept continuing the same protocols at home. And I noticed that my tachycardia, my POTS was still really good. My gastroparesis was even better. I was set to have a procedure with my GI doctor for my gastroparesis, where they wanted to go in and do Botox. And I canceled that. And I said, I don't need that anymore because my stomach was working better than it had been in a very long time. And it has just continued to be good. And so those months following were amazing. I hadn't felt that good in a very long time. And, anyone that I came across online, I would try to tell them about you guys. And in the POTS groups, I would try to, tell them like, look, functional neurology really is a game changer for people with conditions like this.
Well, thank you. I love that. Yeah, I know we're still less than a year out from your intensive, but we're like 7-8 months and love that. What does maintenance look like for you right now? Like 7+ months out of an intensive, what does that maintenance look like?
So I still do my protocols as far as my orthostatic training and no-nos. I still do those daily. For me, I have kind of reduced it. I've been able to reduce them to not needing to do them multiple times a day, to doing them pretty much in the afternoons. And I've been able to continue to do the red light therapy and beamer therapy at home, which has been great. I do that as well every single day, and the focus builder as well. So I continue with that, and then the supplements that you currently have me on for adrenal related issues. So that's pretty much what my maintenance looks like. And it's been working really well for me.
Awesome. Nice. Yeah, just to kind of share on the clinical side, we've been meeting up here and there, like over the last 7-8 months. And when you need me, we can react in real time if things pop up. And with dysautonomia specifically, it's a chronic illness, and there is no cure. But we can work really hard to put someone into like a more functional state like yourself, or like or in a remissive state, and really get things under control and sustain there. But the system does react, and there are hiccups, and there's like little bumps in the road. And that's where we still are there to help and, provide resources and things that can help you and continue on that path.
Yes.
So, yeah,
and you guys definitely have. You definitely have been there for me this whole time. Like you were saying, we do get hiccups that come with dysautonomia. Even though I can be like, most of my symptoms can be in remission, there are things that can trigger flare-ups, and that has happened post intensive therapy. In the last couple of months, we have been working together with things that have popped up that not so much, I would say, affect my normal orthostatic response, but there have been things like with the adrenaline spikes that keep coming. We have gotten those down to a more tolerable rate. And but there are things that do pop up with this condition. It fluctuates, and unfortunately that's just one of the things that happens. But I'm grateful, because for everything that has popped up, you guys still are there. I've been able to mention stuff to you and have follow-ups, and you've put together a plan that would help with whatever I was dealing with. So the care has continued since, which is amazing. You guys didn't just say, okay, you're done with your intensive and see you later, good luck. And that's what I really appreciate, is that, because most doctors do that. They go, okay, here's a prescription and I'll see you in a year, and that's it. And that wasn't what I got from you guys. You have definitely said, hey, whatever's going on, reach out to me, and you haven't just left me out there hanging. We've been able to work through many different things since my intensive, and I'm very appreciative for that.
Yeah, that is crucial when you leave an intent, like even if it's like the acute round of care, which during the intensive, we do 14 sessions. And like, if that's done over a span of weeks or within 5 days, doesn't matter. Like, after those 14 sessions, like, the neuroplasticity build is still, it's built, but the brain hasn't fully learned it, right? It's still learning, and it's still solidifying that neuroplasticity. And so, especially with intensives, I think you remember like the whole day, I'm like, let me know if you need me. I think I said that so many times. You're like, what's wrong with her? Like, why does she keep saying that? And it's, we really try to get across that it's, we want to make sure you're comfortable, you're confident with what you're doing at home, because you're not able to stay here, but that's fine. So that we can continue and maintain and keep progressing you in the right direction. And so that is like the biggest thing for anyone, but especially an intensive, because we only have that short period of time. So no, I'm so glad that you were doing so well. But thank you so much for joining me today. For everyone listening, if you got questions, obviously about like the intensive model, or what it takes to like kind of like become one of our patients, like, please leave a comment or feel free to reach out to us. We are behind all the social media that we do, from our YouTube to our Instagram to our website to everything. Like, all the information that's out there is written and created by our doctors. And so we are happy, and we're trying to put out information that is attainable and understandable for people to give power back to our patients and to anyone who's coming across our platform. So if you have questions for us, please feel free to reach out. If you have suggestions, you're like, I have POTS and I want to know more about gastroparesis. Like, I want to learn more. Like, we're always looking for ideas that resonate with you guys. So if you would like us to talk about specific topics, please let us know. You can visit our website at carolinafnc.com.